Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you
I
doing?
talk about so many different things
How
in
you
between
been?
life and living the
What's
moment.
going
So
on?
if you're unable to
What's
see all of
good?
the storylines,
Are you
please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check out
Somebody getting it
Willful
for
on
you?
YouTube and Witches and Welcome
What's
just to
going
explain how that works out.
on, people?
Follow me on Instagram to see my
Subscribe to my
videos.
channel.
Okay, I want to share something with you. This is a woman. She was 54 years old. Her name was Regina Denise Brown. Now, this story is being reported on October the 12th, 2018. The body found in the burned house in Orangeburg. A man is facing arson charges on death investigated. Now, the guy who allegedly supposed to have killed her name was Kenneth Lamont Jenkins, 37 years old, of Crestlite Drive, Columbia, has been charged with second-degree arson and grand larceny. He has not been charged with Brown's death, but the death of Orangeburg woman is under investigation after firefighters found her body in the burning Sellers Avenue house early on Wednesday morning. An ex-convict, Kenneth Lamont Jenkins, 37 years old, Crestlite Drive, Columbia, was charged with second-degree arson and grand larceny. Investigators are trying to determine how 53-year-old Regina Denise Brown died. Jenkins has been charged with her death. Investigators allege that Jenkins willfully, maliciously set fires to Miss Jenkins Denise Brown home. I'm just gonna say Regina, because it's always long. Okay, so the warrant also alleged that he watched the house burn from outside the residence before he fled in Brown's 2000 Lincoln Navigator. Now, a woman passed by the Sellers Avenue home around 4 a.m. on Wednesday and saw it on fire and called authorities according to the incident report. When firefighters arrived on the scene, they checked to see if the vehicle was in the yard, which usually indicate that someone may be in a residence, the report stated. Now, the firefighters and the neighbors didn't see Brown SUV in the yard and they assumed that she was not home. As the crew began to extinguish the fire, they worked to put out hot spots near the rear of the house. The firefighter then asked crew to stop because he discovered Brown's body. Orangeburg Department of Public Safety officers then contacted the SC Law Enforcement Division of Assistance in Investigation. Jenkins appeared before Orangeburg Associate Municipal Judge Chastity on Friday morning. Taking into consideration the condition of the offense, your criminal history, and the concern that I have no legitimate about the danger posed to the community upon your release, I am going to deny bond at this time. The judge said. Now, Jenkins served 18 years in prison for armed robbery and possession of a stolen vehicle. He was released in the past 3 months. Jenkins told the court that he hasn't had a charge on his record since 2000. Now, and at that, he hasn't had a traffic ticket since his release from prison. He has been seeking out mental health. If you were to set bond, I would go away. Okay, if I've been seeking out for mental health, if you were to set bond, that's where I would go, he told the judge. He also stated that he's not a flight risk, telling the court that he works and stays in Orangeburg. Travis Green attended the hearing. He described Brown as a close friend and more than that, Kate. This is a situation where nobody was prepared for, he said. Orangeburg is really taken back by the whole situation before Regina was loved by everyone. He said she was a good person. She was a great hairstylist, good personality, always upbeat, always had a smile on her face. He said the situation for the LGBTQ community, he added, there is a handful of us in Orangeburg County. So it's as if we got to stick up for each other. How ensure to protect. He said nothing that Brown connected to the LGBT community because she was a transgender woman. People need to know that we are human just like everybody else, Green said. Give me a second here. Green said he last saw Brown about a month and a half ago. She gave a genuine hug, and usually, she noted, Pamela's were one of Brown's cousins. She regarded her as a cousin and a friend and a sister. She was the type of person that if she had it, she would give it. She never would hurt anyone. She never said harsh things about anyone. She said, she was a person that everyone loved, always welcoming spirits towards everyone. She added Brown, followed by her mother footsteps as a becoming a beautician and a hairstylist. Sweeper said. Now, Tanika Baker, Brown's niece, said, I love her. She was so nice, and all she did was worry about the hair. I'm pretty sure I saw her the day before she died. She said she had curls in her hair. Her hair was done. She looked so nice. She was dressed nice. Brown worked as a hairstylist for 30 years, with 10 years at Regis and Prince on Orange Mall. Family members said if convicted of second-degree arson, Jenkins faces a minimum of 3 years and a maximum of 25 years in prison. The case is open and remains under investigation. Okay, give me a second here. I have to compose myself. Oh, God. Okay, this has been reported on October the 12th, 2018. This is coming from Orangeburg, and a man is charged with arson. Okay, it's under investigation, and they're trying to determine how 53-year-old Regina knew Kenneth Jenkins willfully and maliciously set fire on Jenkins' house. Now, the warrants also allege that he watched the house burn from outside the residence before he fled. The death of Orangeburg woman under investigation after firefighters found her body burning Sellers Avenue home early on Wednesday morning. Firefighters in the neighborhood didn't see Brown's SUV and they assumed that she was home. Okay. Jenkins told the court that he hasn't had a charge on his record since 2000 and that he hasn't had a traffic ticket since his release from prison. I've been seeking out for mental health. If you were to set bond, that's where I would go, he told the judge. He also stated that he is not a flight risk, telling the court that he works and stays in Orangeburg. Travis Green attended the hearing. He described Brown as a close friend in more than a decade. You know, this is my thing. I got this story in my email and stuff, and someone asked me to do this story. And, very beautiful girl, Regina Denise Brown, allegedly I don't know how she met this guy. I guess that's under the investigation, so I don't want to speculate. But allegedly, he stood out watching the house burn and heard the inside. Kenneth Lamont Jenkins, 37 years old, of Crestlite Drive, Columbia, has been charged with second degree arson and grand larceny. He has not been charged in Brown's death. So basically, they're saying that he did set the fire, but hasn't been charged with the death of her being inside. Okay, let me pose myself. This story kills me on so many levels because this was a woman that was working. She had a job. There is unanswered questions. Of course, we can't answer the question because she's dead. 53 years old. She was a nice person, and allegedly, I don't know if he met her, he knows her. I don't know because they don't say anything. It's still underneath the investigation. But basically, he didn't say he knew her. He said he was nowhere around. But the part I find to be as disturbing, my personal opinion, is what he said that makes me think he did it. Which makes me think that he wants to flee. And the reason why I say that, only because he made comments. Jenkins appeared before Orangeburg Associate Municipal Judge, taking into consideration the conditions of defense, your criminal history is concerned that I have a legitimately about the dangers posed in my community. Okay, that's not. Okay, this is what Jenkins said. This is the part I found disturbing. Jenkins told the court that he hasn't had a charge on his record since 2000. And that he hasn't had a traffic ticket since his release from prison. I've been seeking out for mental health. That part right there. I've been seeking out for mental health. And mental health, in case you know what that means, in some cases, they're here, they're not here. They're in front of you, they're not really in front of you. They do things, they don't remember doing it. So he says, if you were to set bond, that's where I would go. He stated, to mental health. He told the judge. Now, why would you tell a judge you would go get mental help? He also stated that he is not a flight risk. Imagine that. Why would you put that out there? Why would you say you're not a flight risk? So my personal opinion is you let everybody know what you was going to do once you got out. You was going to catch a flight out. You told the court that he works and stays in Orangeburg. Unbelievable. So, mental health is real, people. Mental health is real. And the sad part about it is, she was a transgender woman. Now, I find it amazing that they put it way down in the article instead of saying a trans woman. But I guess they didn't want to catch flight. But thank you to the person who sent it to me. I don't give out names. But thank you for sharing her story, because I would have never known, because they didn't put transgender, so they want the LGBT people to grab hold of it. So thank you for sending me this article about this beautiful woman that's been murdered, who was a hairstylist. She was not a sex worker. She had a job. She had a house. He came in, allegedly, he killed her. It's not the first trans woman been murdered inside of a house, set on fire, get rid of evidence. Set it on fire, see if it's burning really bad. In his mind, personally thinking that her body had burnt up really bad, they wouldn't be able to verify the body because all they would see was ashes. Somebody popped up at 4 a.m. in the morning, called the firefighters. They came inside, put out the fire, and found the body, and she was there. Where her car is at, I do not know. But he's being charged with arsonist, and he's being charged with the fire, but he isn't being charged with her death so far, allegedly. Now, I don't know how you could figure that. So in other words, if you set somebody on fire, basically you could just sit back and just say you ain't nothing to do with it. Anyway, I want you to chime in this story because this is really depressing me. So I'm gonna let you hear your feedback on this. How do you feel about this story? Beautiful girl, 53 years old, Regina Denise Brown. Rest in peace, my sister, and all her family in my prayers. Beautiful girl just murdered for no reason, senselessly, and basically he's saying he got mental health problems. So if he got mental health problems, he should be charged with her death as well. He said it out of his own mouth that he would go get mental help. There's no way in hell that you're going to say this man didn't do it. If he's confessing. My personal opinion. But I'm going to let you feel about this. Like I said before, at the bottom, leave your comments on your feedback on this. Like, subscribe, share. I'll be watching your comments. Be her voice for this beautiful woman being murdered. Rest in peace, my sister. Rest in peace.